It
Google
had
it.
a laser um, uh, designed to work in wet environment, medium.
Get your mind out of the
And
gutter. I know it's 2 a.m. But just probably over there. It's what, like sun's out.
It's sun's
morning,
coming out, man.
11.
Sun's out, guns out. Forget here.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but listen, I love you anyway. In addition,
I love you
the laser is there to determine the flat and level plane of the machine.
Hold on. I don't want us to stray away from how important it is to know that no matter what it is that exists, it's in the way that you use it. And what's so funny about the version that I just posted in the live stream voice text, which you'll go to right now, and you'll give the song a good listen, an honest take. But it's the 1999 remaster. Isn't that funny?
Oh, yeah.
Just so happens.
666 inversed.
Yep. But either way, like I'm saying, it's in the way that you use it, man. 666 is powerful. Okay, we know that. So, if you can assign good stuff to these numbers, then do that.
That's the takeaway I came when everybody was talking about that earlier today. That was my takeaway. Yeah, we can use the numbers for good stuff. So, but at least we're aware of the numbers. Most people are like, I don't know. I've heard of this 666 thing. But to tell them that in your reality, man, they use it everywhere, and you need to start paying attention to it.
Well, the problem is that there's a lot of musicians who've done it and created subcultures of millions of people.
Dude,
you know.
Did you see the Foo Fighters have the 666?
Right. It's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, that this is happening that way with these numbers. But again, I guess what's ridiculous is people don't see it. Right. Someone just said it. Maybe that was you. People don't see it.
What is it? The Rockefeller Building, 666 something, New York.
Right, and it's just because it's powerful numbers. It doesn't matter if it's good or evil. Yeah. UN.
Wasn't Trump like 666 Plaza or something drive? I don't know.
What about Zebediah Levy, the year 1666, Redemption Through Sin?
Hey, guess what year they created gravity? You'll never guess.
1666. 66, huh? That year, really? Wow.
Yep.
How about that for your cuck fucking?
That's right. But then you're cuck piping.
Hey, flat Earth dude. Flat Earth dude.
Yeah.
Who?
Illuminati confirmed.
Yeah.
Your bird came back. Your bird came back.
6th June.
Right, on the 6th of June. 6th.
No, I was just saying like that.
I was born on Friday the 13th. Oh fuck, growing up. Oh, you bad luck.
Lucky day.
To me, it's a lucky day, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, you can make good of it or bad of it, man. Pretty much every birthday I've ever had, man, has been amazing. Yeah, it's Friday the 13th every once in a while. That's good.
Yeah, the people that are using that, I think, are convinced that what the number means in the esoteric sense as opposed to the exoteric sense is a totally different thing. And they like us to interpret it as 666, the devil, and that's like the layman's interpretation of it, whereas they have like a deeper esoteric whatever interpretation of it. Now maybe some of them do actually are actually evil and do actually mean it that way, but I think some of them are justifying it through this other deeper knowledge to context, and that if someone wants to interpret it, it kind of works as a front, and that the misunderstood can just go ahead and label it that way, and then keep blind to their deeper meaning of it that they'll never know.
I like it.
What would you say would be the value of having this deeper understanding?
I think
What
they
does it
think there's a
mean?
value. I'm not saying there's a value. I'm just saying I think that's the way they justify it. And a lot of them see it as we're going to go ahead and display this and use it blatantly because we're in a different class than the exoteric interpretation of this number. There's a deeper meaning that has to do with, something about the movement of things or the nature of things and all these, understandings that have been kept from us. That don't really have to do with the traditional good and evil type thing, which they think is just kind of like a false dichotomy.
So there's like 3 different layers of symbology. Like the first layer is what's open out there for everybody. Like when they see Starbucks, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the second layer would be like it's some sort of siren, right? So there must be like some sort of hidden meaning, right? And then the third layer might be like they're acknowledging like the beast in the sea, right? And I'm not sure what the third layer meaning is because I'm not really into all that. I'm just giving an example. The beast that comes out of the sea, well, who is that? Jekyll Island, the octopus, right? So it could
Okay.
be referring to that. So let me post an example of what I'm talking about. I posted it before in here, and I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about the oligopoly, but this is how that works. Maybe they're paying homage, to the Federal Reserve, Jekyll Island, and this picture somewhere at the Aldrich
Um,
Plan. Do you know what I'm talking about?
you asked what is the beast coming out of the sea? Who is
Yeah.
that? Um,
The Kraken.
well, you see, the sea is not the ocean that we go to and we look at, or a sea, like a body of water. For example, in the Bible, uh, when Jesus walked on the water, that had a meaning.
It's
The
symbolism for a
spiritual
sunset.
meaning. The spiritual meaning for that is that we are water. So when Jesus was walking on the water, he was walking above on our heads. You know,
I like it.
that's the metaphorical meaning of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now the beast coming out of the sea is the beast which will be created by man.
Yeah, the Aldrich Plan.
Yeah, yeah. Because we are the sea.
Wow, that's heavy. Well,
Yeah.
way to bring it, man. Whew. All right.
Where's the
Hey,
stupid
I can
octopus?
see a star. I can see a star right now. It's 20 billion trillion miles away. Cool,
Sure.
huh? Yeah.
Listen,
A flat Earth dude, make sure you make a wish upon the star.
Wish upon a star. How I wonder what you are. How far you are. How I wonder how far you are.
how far are you, Blackfoot Star?
How far are you, Mr. Star?
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how can I measure the distance to where you are?
That's it.
There
That's
it
it.
is.
That's it. Now, if you can
That's
just
I
do
it.
that for
finally
the moon
found
and
it.
the sun, if you can do that
Yeah,
for the moon and
I
the sun,
love
we
it.
can take care of everything.
yeah.
We're gonna
Or,
rewrite the
or,
fucking nursery rhymes, man. Fuck them.
or,
Fuck these guys. We'll
how
rewrite them.
could I
Go ahead.
guess the distance to where you are? Yeah,
Blue light, red shift, blue shift. How far
yeah,
are you?
yeah,
I wish all humanity could laugh as hard as we do at this shit and go, wait a minute, man, come on.
yeah.
They've completely disrupted your thinking. Completely.
Well, the funny thing is that I have this knowledge that when they hear our jokes, uh, they are not funny at all in their minds.
Mm-mm.
They don't see where
Then
the
it's not
fun
fun.
thing is, because their mind is
No, they
corrupted.
don't see it.
Yeah, it's broken.
Isn't that scary? Right?
It is
Think
scary.
about the direct parallel to what I was just talking about with the esoteric as opposed to the exoteric, and the way that they might be laughing at us with their interpretation of 666
Oh yeah.
and our interpretation of
Yeah.
666, and they're saying the same thing we were just saying about the ballers or the normies not getting it, and we're laughing at them in the same way that the quote unquote elite are laughing at us because there's a different interpretation you don't get until you understand the deeper meaning of things.
Yeah.
I think the more credence, the more validity you give to Revelation 13, 16 to 18 is the more you get into the 666 thing.
You know,
Well,
in
isn't that the
their
thing? They want to control the most active part of the story, the most, what do I say, thing that manifests most. What am I trying to say? Because like a lot of it's parables and stories and this, that, and the other, but Revelations is like, boom, this shit is happening, and this shit and this shit, right?
yeah, you get to understand why it's happening, what for, you know.
I think it's all two things. This is me, and I got to stop. I can't even go further because I'll be a hypocrite. I am now even answering this fucking thing. You know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna do it.
Never mind.
Do it.
Never mind.
Never mind.
So if we say, go ahead, you won't do it?
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna be goaded.
Do it.
I trust your I trust
I
the
know it's just
brilliance of your mind.
might not have been a fully formed thought, and it was regarding
I triple dog
esotericism
dare
and
you.
such. Fuck off. I don't care.
How about if I help
It's
you
not
out?
gonna happen.
How about if I help you out?
I've already forgot what it was, so now you're fucked.
Well, the whole thing about Revelations and the Judgment Day and everything.
Oh fuck you!
I have to
You're right.
say,
No, hold on. I think it already happened, and now they're just being like, "Yo, it's gonna happen tomorrow."
Yeah.
No! I mean the next day.
Right.
I think it already fucking happened. Or it didn't, but
I think this is it.
yeah. You know what I mean? It's another story being used to fuck with us. That's all.
That was okay.
Well,
that was okay for you to say. That was okay.
Well, when you say it already happened, why is it you think it already happened?
It's great detail, and it's a very strange story to me, if true, if even some of it's true. But maybe it's something that repeats itself all the time. Recently, I think it was either Jerusalem or Vatican City, one of those bad boys. There was tons of bugs, black bugs that they didn't really know what they were, or they were huge crickets or whatever. But they were like blowing them off with, spraying them off with fire hoses and shit, trying to clean up the whole thing. There's millions of them. And that happened just recently, and I'm just thinking, like, maybe this stuff just happens every once in a while, and people make a fuss, and they make a story up, and it's, you know what I mean?
Oh, there were actual locusts. I mean, there wasn't even a
recently.
question. There was actual locusts, like, completely, signs of revelation all over the place, for sure.
I know, but dude, I don't know.
No, I'm not saying I think that's what it is. I'm just saying,
right?
Yeah, that could be something that's cyclical, and that happens, and they focus on it at certain times and use it to scare people, and that could be. But I was going to say was take it a step further, even that whether there's an afterlife or not, we don't know. I don't necessarily believe one way or the other because I can't know necessarily. I think that to try to guess what it is might be selling it short because it could be more than you think, and maybe it's different than you think, and because you expect a certain thing, you'll never appreciate what you get because you're expecting a certain thing. But regardless, the whole idea of being judged and having it be this eternal happiness, eternal hell, or eternal heaven, that part seems like the psyops part to me. I'm not sure it is. I'm not saying it is, It's like if I had to guess,
Couldn't
just
agree more.
depression. That's the psyche part. Why would it be that we're like rewarded or damned based on our experience that is totally tainted by our life that we're born into and all the chances of a book that was happened to be put in our laps? I mean, all of those things. I think if God is actually judging us for those circumstances being a certain way, then God's a dick.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Well, the
I would
only
love
thing
to
I
break
will
that down
correct
with you, but I'm just gonna say I'm with you.
the only thing I will correct you is in regards to the term afterlife. Um, from Bible perspective, that's a fallacious term. There is no afterlife. They invented this term, and its meaning is the stuff that is after life. It means that life has an ending. Uh, and that's wrong to consider death as the end of life because it is not. And from the Bible, life is eternal. So it just
Who
doesn't
made that
go,
direct measurement?
To be
No,
fair,
I'm
that's
just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
just the
kidding.
translation. There's
afterlife
also
doesn't exist.
Well, I
But
don't know.
they,
yeah, that's just the translation. There's also the word hereafter that they use. It's not really
yeah,
like the Bible.
I've also heard it called Neverland and Narnia. Those two.
yeah.
No, you haven't.
I
Sure
mean,
have.
we don't have many lives. We have only one life to live. You don't get 2, 3, 4, 5. No, and they teach us from childhood that after you die, you're not alive anymore, and they cannot demonstrate, that that thing being alive. Uh, is actually, the soul, the spirit is actually ending, with once the biological mechanism shuts down.
Yep. Meat sacks. That's what we are. We're stuck inside meat sacks. We're hooked up to it real convincingly, right? Shit hurts.
Well, yeah, but
Things
lately
smell like stuff, right? It's a very convincing place that we've been thrown into. Indeed.
lately they started finding out that life is actually quantum. Like these processes
Oh no, you
taking
don't.
places into neural cells
Nope.
and in the human heart, they show that what we call soul, is actually some sort of quantum phenomena. It's very complex. We barely scratch the surface to finding out how it's working.
How did they show
What
this?
kind of bullshit
Yeah.
am I hearing right now?
We're just gonna have to let him finish.
I'm interested to know what they actually think they were showing. How they think they know this.
I too I'm sold on listening further.
I read this stuff quite a while ago. I don't remember many details about it, but
What do you mean by
yeah.
quantum? That's all I want to know. What's that mean to you? Or in this, what does that mean?
Well, one of the latest theories is that life is quantum. Like this process where, you are yourself inside the body, you think, you have a mind, you have some knowledge, you have abilities to use
Hold on.
your body sensors.
Are you saying
and
that
everything.
we've quantified our existence with this? Is that what you're saying?
No, like there is this quantum mechanical interactions in chemistry, like every chemical reaction and stuff like this. there is some quantum mechanics going on there, like electrons moving from one atom to the other, or atoms forming bonds, uh, or breaking apart. And those are governed by quantum mechanics. And there is also the theory of information involved into this.
Well,
Yeah.
we know that there's an answer out there floating around, like you can't have information without a knower.
Yeah.
But again, information is just interpreted stuff from stimuli, is it not?
Yeah.
Can you show me a box
But
of information? I can't do it.
no. Yeah.
For the ones that said that, like, an afterlife, hell, heaven seems like a psyop, I ask you, what's the purpose of this life then? Why are we here?
Well, I don't know what the afterlife is really a sufficient answer to the purpose of life. Like we talked about this before on the other channel. Like you said that maybe it's whatever you want. Like you die, and if you were good, then you get whatever you want. And I was asking you, if you have a penis in heaven, how could it be heaven without a penis? And that kind of stuff. And maybe you could have a penis. You're saying like that you could have whatever you want. Like it doesn't seem like this place is created so that there'd be this test of each of us, and then we just get whatever we want if we do the right things that we think make a good life.
Mm-hmm.
Plus it seems like a selfish act. It seems like then you're only doing these things for your selfish or for your self-preservation rather than something about the good of the whole.
Sure, but I think neither of those things actually address the argument. One is like, how would heaven work? Like, how it actually function? And the other one would be, the motivations. But neither address why we're here. If it wasn't...
But do you think that the why is answered already? Why we're here? Do you think that there's an answer for that already been found?
Or better yet, how would an afterlife give that answer properly?
Because I'll tell you why. Because if there's an afterlife, an eternal afterlife, and this life is a test to deem those that are worthy.
You go ahead and send me a postcard from that afterlife. I'd love to.
Wait, let him finish.
Sorry.
I'd appreciate if you guys let me answer.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So if there's an eternal life, and this life is the test for that life to see where we end up in this eternal life, then that makes perfect sense of why we're put here.
When you use the term afterlife, that means that when life ends, there is no life afterwards.
You can't necessarily assume that. It could be the end of a mortal life.
No, that's what the term afterlife explicitly says that.
Okay, so can you have an eternal life after life?
Afterlife means like when life ends. So after that, it means that you can't have life.
You're assuming there's only one life.
Anything
is it possible to have an eternal life?
What is outside
after
that?
Your mortal life?
Well, life in
you're in an
vast
afterlife
majority.
Right now. What about the life?
Listen, no, wait.
No, listen, hold up. What about the life of the womb? When you were in your mother in her womb, what about that life?
That is life.
That's what?
It is life already.
So you consider that which happened to you before you were born as part of this life? Your life didn't begin when you were born? It began before?
No, life does not begin when you are born.
I'm saying your life. When did it begin?
Life begins when you are procreated.
What? So life began for you when you were a zygote.
Procreated. When the father sends the seed.
Yeah. So life began for you right when you entered the egg, when your little sperm cell entered the egg.
That's when life
began.
Yeah.
You didn't know that, bro?
Come on, man.
You didn't know that?
Life doesn't begin when you are born. That giving birth is shipwrecking. Yeah, coming into the world. It's not. It doesn't mean to come to life. The birth means to come physically into this world, and you are
So
coming from the waters.
So as
let
soon
me
as
say
the sperm
this.
cell fertilizes the egg, you consider yourself to be alive.
Yeah, that's called
Yeah,
mitosis,
that's when I was.
cellular division.
That's
Let,
when
let
I
me say this.
became alive.
Let me say this.
Yeah,
So my best friend's oldest sister, one night, like out of the blue, asked me if I wanted to have sex, and I was like, "Yeah, let me go take a shower. I'll be in there." So I got her pregnant after 2 or 3 days of messing around,
yeah,
and I went to the first appointment, to the last appointment, and the whole time, like I knew that it's not only her, but she has a life inside of her. She's with
yeah,
child. I
yeah,
never thought to myself that zygote is something that I could delete and be free from this woman, right? She
yeah,
was with
yeah,
child, my
yeah.
precious baby was inside of her. And then 9 months later,
Irreplaceable.
9 months
Yeah.
later, he crowned and a conehead baby popped out. And I got to tell you, man, it's the most significant thing to ever happen to me. And to think that
Absolutely.
some people think that a zygote is just something that you can delete like a bad haircut. I just don't
No,
understand.
that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, there's no doubt that the zygote is living material. But is it alive?
Bro, you can't even delete a
So,
haircut, man. You gotta wait for that shit to fucking grow
so
back out. Like, 2-3 weeks. Can't just
get
Delete my
delete it.
let's
skillet.
say you die and your body's decomposing.
I'm trying to keep it
It's
light.
still living material. Are you still alive?
Are you guys seriously having the fucking abortion argument right now?
No, I'm moving it to death now.
No,
So when
but
you're dead, but your body's still living material, decomposing and stuff like that, are you alive?
well,
Man, you gotta define alive, but again, that's just an
it's
opinion of humans.
That's my
it
point. He's
is
trying to
Just
define it as
it is
any
perspective.
living
very
material
rare,
is therefore
isn't
is now
There's
alive.
no such thing as life, really, if you think about it.
So get beget, you don't think your soul lives on after your body dies?
I think it stays trapped into the bones.
So we shouldn't collect bones. That's scary.
Yeah, yeah, it's profanating. That's why it's called profanating. When you
What's
dig
that
up
mean?
a grave
Why is it? Why is it you
and
think
you
it's
take
trapped in the
someone's
bones?
bones.
Is there something scientific behind the idea that it gets trapped in the bones as far as
Yeah,
like?
yeah. There is also medical science about this. They say that the blood is made inside the bones, and
Interesting.
life is in the blood. When
Interesting.
you read in the Bible, yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't see
It
these
seems
as stupid coincidences. You know.
I heard there's a river of blood flowing beneath Mordor. What do you guys think?
Technically, he's right. The blood is made in the bones, but if the
Yeah,
blood is life, the blood is actually in the vessels and stuff like that. Just because it's
life,
like
life
area of
is in
production
the
is the
blood.
bone marrow doesn't mean that
So yeah,
now there's a bunch
well,
of blood in the bones. And like, what about the actual blood? When if you want to like ingest the soul of the animal, wouldn't you just drink the blood?
Holy shit. Why are we talking about this?
Because he said some crazy shit, so I responded with crazier shit.
I mean, yeah.
You a vampire get beget?
no, but I
Because you
I
sound the
know
part.
very well how to defend against people who want to become superior.
You just gotta get that garlic in your blood, and then get that silver also.
Get
And
beget. Do me a
Garlic.
favor. Say, I want to suck your blood.
don't do that. Don't let him have that.
Actually, Beget
I
has some stories about people that are cannibals and vampires.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah. I met
Oh, good.
a cannibal in prison.
To break out the s'mores ingredients here.
let's hear some stories about these people.
Well, this guy, cannibals are predators, and their prey is intelligent. Uh, they are our predators, so they are superior to us by the natural law.
You got to be shitting me on
Um,
that one.
That's if they hunt you. What if they scavenge like corpses?
Motherfucker hunts
well,
me, he's gonna get hunted
that's
upon. You feel me? That's ridiculous.
yeah, yeah. A cannibal is so much more intelligent than any human, ordinary
Oh, that's
human.
adorable. I doubt it.
Yeah,
No.
they are. They are.
So I'll meet one then. We'll see. How about that? You
How
bring
can
me
it
over
get
there.
There's some
free?
that
I'm Romanian. Hey,
intelligence.
They
I'm
will.
Romanian anyway, so I need to come see the motherland.
Wait,
Yo, if
wait,
they're
are
successful
you
cannibals,
interpreting
that makes
that
sense.
them getting their intelligence from eating humans, other humans, like that actually gains, like they
No, they are
somehow
not.
gain
They are
intelligence
not
from that practice?
drawing. They are not drawing their intelligence from drinking the blood or eating you. Um, their mind functions in all the ways how to overcome you, yeah, so that he can turn you into a meal.
So
So
basically, they're like
he's looking,
But
basically they're
does that
like
he's
mean they're just
actually
more like a
studying,
better
his mind
hunter,
is working
or they're
only
more
on
intelligent?
those things. Yeah. But you, as the prey, yeah, uh, we live in a world where we don't think about cannibals, like these
yeah.
are Hollywood movies and stuff. But they are literally among us. And I
Hmm.
met one of these guys, he
So
was in
basically,
prison, okay. But they have the gift of speech. They will seduce you with,
the gifted gab.
they play you on their fingers however they want. They are very good at these
Like
things.
fiddle.
So in
Yeah.
terms of them being more intelligent, like it sounds to me like they're psychopaths, right? So they've done away with their morality such that they'll think about things
Yeah,
and
yeah,
how to
yeah,
do things and stuff like
yeah,
that you wouldn't consider. That
yeah,
they've kind of the dark triad type qualities,
yeah.
they've kind of unlocked them, and you wouldn't ever consider things that they would, because you're kind of bound by your moral compass.
Hell, they sound like natural born leaders, just the kind this country needs.
Well, but not, you don't mean intelligent in an overall sense. Then you mean
No, it's like
more
a
like
lizard.
conniving type.
Yeah,
You
like
get mad
manipulative
cow's
and
disease if you eat other humans,
nothing's
bro.
off limits, basically.
That's the other thing. Yeah. What about that? Geppy, have you heard of that? That you get this weird. There's another name for it too, where people go crazy. The Mad Hatter's disease, right?
Well, that's because
Oh.
of Mercury. Mad Hatter's different.
Oh, different. Yeah. What's the other one? They become like, they have like this laughing fits from eating other humans. They be like this. That's kind of where the wicked laugh maybe.
Well, I mean, if you're
But
eating all that
I tell
dopamine,
you
what do you
what,
think's gonna fucking happen?
you see, when you eat the meat of a
You become dope.
Sorry, go
swine,
ahead.
like pork, yeah, when you eat meat from pork, the swine is a very physically strong animal, and when the doctor recommends us to eat pork meat, yeah, they say, oh, it's very healthy, it's very important in life to consume proteins, and they say swine meat is abundant in these proteins, yeah. So we eat it, and the end result is you um,
Die.
gather strength, force, yeah, all that power of that animal. You ate it, and you will have extra strength. And
That might be the
as a
dumbest thing I've
vegan,
ever
I
heard.
can see this myself um, in physical jobs. Yeah, uh, I struggle. For me, it's a struggle. What is simple tasks for people that normally eat meat? Yeah, like heavy lifting. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Hey, hold
I
up. Let's
can't
dissect this.
lift. I can't lift that much as people that eat meat can lift. Yeah,
You just sound like you
and
take
they
a lot
don't
of
feel it.
naps. I don't.
Yeah,
That
but yeah,
was.
No,
let's dissect your claim,
Hold on,
because
just
to
a
me it
second,
just
just a
sounds
second.
like bullshit, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, so sure, let's say the swine is powerful, right? But in
yeah,
terms of total force, you know, does it have more than a bull, like cattle? No, right?
yeah.
So we're talking maybe pound for pound type force, right? Power. In that
Yeah, okay.
regard,
Let's
an ant,
compare the
it's better to eat
swine then with
ants
the
because
gorilla.
ants hold 400 times their body weight. Like pound for pound, they're probably the strongest creatures. You know?
Yeah, but
So should we now just consume a
ants,
bunch of ants
listen,
because they're
listen.
super fucking
Ants
powerful?
are not animals. Ants are insects. Yeah,
So
they don't
the
have
power
meat.
is only from animals that have what? Why
Can you
are
show
other creatures not
me?
allowed?
Sorry?
Why are other creatures off the boards? And even like have birds and stuff like that, pound for pound, that generate more force than
How about this then,
a pig
dude?
would.
Take 1 pound of
Yeah,
ants versus
well,
1
not.
pound of beef, and you'll have more success with the fucking ants. It's way
You
healthier. How's
see,
that grab you?
you are trying to categorize now all living life forms as uh, animals,
Listen,
but
I'm just trying to kick shit on his
actually,
boots.
yeah.
Okay, I'll shut up.
Actually, there are categories of living entities. Yeah, there are
I've never heard a
bacterial.
doctor
There is
recommending
bacterial
someone to eat
life.
pork. Straight up,
Yeah,
never heard of a doctor saying you should eat pork. It's always the opposite.
that's
Who
not
told
true.
you to ask your physician about nutrition? Nope.
Yeah, doctors say to avoid meat and animal products every time I talk to mine.
To avoid
The one that saved my life told me the
consuming it
opposite.
every day, but they tell you that you should have like 2 times a week.
Yeah,
They are
pork is
telling you
gross
not to
because
consume it every day. Yeah,
pigs are nature's vacuum cleaner bags. Clams in the oceans serve a similar function.
yes,
They
they are
absorb
cleaner.
nonsense, they absorb toxins, but they're not really designed by nature, not really designed by the natural creator or God, if you will. Not really designed by nature to excrete toxins efficiently.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically like a sponge that doesn't really properly get rinsed out. It's what a clam is in the ocean. It's what a pig is on the land. I'd stick to just red meat, beef, lamb, goat, or chicken or turkey or something.
Even
Things with
worse, I
sweat
just put
glands.
a video. I just put a video in the live stream voice text from that Mind Unveiled channel, and it's claiming that pigs are human. I haven't watched it yet. I still got some bacon in the fridge.
Yes, you see, transgression of the sin brought unclean, unholiness, stuff that it's not clean, and that is actually, you see, transgression from the sin resulted with death. Death is um, a being that died and it's unclean. You are not supposed to touch the corpse of a dead animal,
Why not?
especially if it, well, because you will be considered unclean in that day, and the only way to clean yourself, it's a ritual described in the Bible that you must wash at night and in the evening, and then you have to also sleep the whole night. And yeah,
Okay. Other faiths have other
if you
ritualistic.
ingested body parts of that corpse, yeah, then the the process of cleansing yourself is much harder.
Sure. Yeah, you definitely
It's
shouldn't
much more
ingest roadkill.
complicated ritual. Yeah, yeah, because you will get sick. Your health will be
Absolutely.
directly affected when you eat altered food, expired. Yeah, and yeah, by expired, I really mean that went off, so it's not edible anymore. But you can have the food industry does produce cans, which they recommend they are good up to this date. That's what they guarantee. But actually, the canning process it's so good that it can make that uh, content in the can last for many years even after the expiry date. So if you open it after 10 years, the product inside that can is still edible. It will not affect your health, degrade.
Not if it's tomato sauce. That'll eat through the can. The acidity.
Yeah, but we have, all sorts of
could be
What's wrong with
peanut
eating a bit of
butter.
rust?
can.
Peanut butter.
I want to hear what the cannibal said to you in jail, please.
No
Get a
shit,
little
dude.
story
Let's get
from
to
him.
the gravy. Meat and potatoes. Let's go.
Yeah, hold the potato.
We started off at cannibal.
Well,
We end up at can.
I tell you what,
What did Hannibal say?
he was a very poor man, and I mean he didn't had family to visit him, so he was
I should
like
hope not. Did he eat them
alone.
or what?
But I saw him, he had this gift to fool everyone and for cigarettes, and I'm very giving person. Like when someone comes to me and asks me for something, if I have and I can help, I do so. And this guy was coming to me asking me for cigarettes, and he was trying to give me stories, like how he will pay me back and when he will give me back the cigarettes and stuff. And I said, dude, just take 2, 3 cigarettes for yourself and smoke and enjoy, and don't worry about tooth fairy stories. I don't need to hear them.
What did he
I don't
say
have
to
the
you
time.
about being a
Yeah.
fucking cannibal? Go.
This guy's getting
Oh.
impatient.
I'm
Yeah,
serious.
well,
Get knows me.
I didn't know
Did he
his.
eat the humans raw? Did he start the toes and work his way up? All those kind of things.
What kind of jerky did he make? What kind of
He
sauces?
killed. He was in jail because he
Let's
killed
get down to the
someone
mat and
and
potatoes.
he ate from that person. But
He was in jail for eating people.
He killed someone
yeah,
and then ate from them after he killed them.
Did they
yeah,
die or
yeah.
were they?
What did he use to marinate his victims?
He killed the person. Yeah, and
Winchestershire sauce.
in jail
Wait.
to prove to the other inmates that he's a cannibal.
Holy fuck!
Um,
That's nuts.
he
Wow.
cut from his lower leg muscle. He cut a piece of it and he cooked it and he ate it in
That's
jail
pretty
to
good
prove to his
protein, though.
inmates that
It's not a
he's a
bad spot to
cannibal.
pull from if you're
Yeah,
gonna do that.
yeah.
Wow.
Not a bad spot.
So,
Holy shit!
So
Cool.
they didn't believe him,
What
but
the
wasn't
fuck
he
am
in
I
jail
listening
for
to?
doing that? Was he in jail for cannibalism?
yeah, for cannibalism, he was.
Was his family like? Did he come from a long line of cannibals? And like, where do they live? And you said they're amongst us. Like
Doesn't sound that smart if he
scared
didn't get
should we
away with
be?
it.
Well, they are.
He
It
didn't
can
sound
be
that
any
intelligent if he cut
man
off
you
his
see
own
every
cat
day.
to eat and prove it.
You know.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Wait. So let's get this straight. He was in prison for cannibalism, and he started eating the other prisoners.
Yeah, to prove to the
No, he
other
ate himself.
prisoners that he's a cannibal, because at first the other prisoners thought he was for pedophilia inside, and he to prove that he wasn't a pedo and that he was a cannibal, he actually cut his meat from his leg and cooked it and he ate it in front of them. And he said, yeah, he would eat any one of his inmates.
I'm just trying to figure out what seasonings are best for human meat.
I don't know that.
So was he like
this
badass? Was like nobody fucked with him after that? Were they scared of him?
yeah, nobody had anything with him afterwards. So yeah, yeah,
Now you know
Don't
what to say if you ever get
don't
put in
yeah.
prison.
yeah, don't fuck with me. I'll
And
eat myself or something.
later
Anyway,
they saw later. You see, I had this colleague which was for crime, and he spent like 15 years, and he had like another 2 years to be released. So he was in a open prison jail system, and
I don't know what that
this
means.
guy told me, yeah,
Talking
it's
about like general population.
no, when you go in, if your punishment is longer than 40 months, then you go to a closed system jail,
Oh,
where you have
so he
only
got
one
he's
hour
just
a
shy of
day.
40 for eating people. Okay,
Yeah.
weird.
So now he was about to be released, the last 2 years of punishment, and he was in a prison system which was much more open,
That
So
sounds like it.
in the morning they open the door, and it's open up until 12 o'clock. Then it's closed for 1 hour when they give you food in the room, and then they open it again, and you are free to go in the courtyard until the evening. So yeah.
Is Transylvania a prison?
In Romania, close to Transylvania. Yeah.
Crazy. It actually was in Romania.
But wait, hold on. You guys are cutting him
Yeah.
off with questions that aren't as interesting as what he was getting to about this guy. Go ahead. What were you saying? He
We
was in
need to
the.
know everything about this man.
What happened? What happened when he was put in the
So
open? Yeah.
So yeah, when he was, in this system, open system, you could go in the courtyard and meet with him and talk and whatever. And he always had these stories like lying to people and doing all sort of vortexes. uh, which he was gaining stuff, food or cigarettes from people,
Okay, hold on,
and
hold
then
on.
he put them like
Wait, was it because they were scared of him, or he was just really persuasive?
he
Like,
was placing his own debts onto other weaker guys, under him.
What?
his
Yeah.
own what? His own what?
Debts.
Debts.
He
Oh,
was
okay.
borrowing stuff from um, the wealthier guys, and
Uh-huh.
those wealthier are also usually stronger uh,
Uh-huh.
in prison, and you don't want to mess with them
Oh,
because, yeah, it's their group, of the guys of
Right.
who rule inside, yeah, and. He was borrowing stuff from them, and he was actually uh, uh, doing in such a way that someone else had to pay for him to that guy because he provided some service or whatever, you know. Yeah.
So, but you thought he was intelligent in a way that was actually persuasive, like not just conniving or, strategic,
Yeah, he
actually
had a
intelligent, like
cunning
very
mind,
good with
very
his
cunning
words.
mind.
Cutting mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, man. I just
Yeah.
don't think he'd get me. I don't know.
And
I don't think
did
he's
he
really a
think did he
cannibal.
think that it was from eating people that he became that intelligent, or did he talk about the benefit of eating people or anything like that? Anything like that?
No, no, he didn't know any of that, but I saw that this kind of man, when he goes out, he can pose as a normal person so easily, but actually he's so wicked and rotten and will do such horrible things, because I heard him saying, he was, when you were getting into this talk with him, he was like saying, "Oh, yeah, I would love to meet when we we will be free, and yeah, I know places in the mountains where it's nice to see, to visit, and yeah, of course, that's where you are all alone with him, and that's where he can actually, do you.
I don't think he's really a
Yeah.
cannibal.
Oh, dude, what?
Because he killed one person, right? And then he claims to have eaten some of it. And then he's in prison this whole time, and he doesn't get, like, hankerings or pangs of human flesh. He's living fine with all these people and, like, manipulating them and tricking them and so on and so forth.
Yeah, at the
Maybe
very
that's
least, he
why he
doesn't
got.
sound like
Maybe
he's a
he ate
very.
somebody, and
Yeah.
that's why he got whatever he wanted.
He's not very excited about being a cannibal, but he'll do it.
Yeah.
Kind of what I
It
think.
seems like he's just trying to, kind of make a name for himself, and then he ate his own leg just to, like, convince people, like, to stick to the
But
lie, kind of.
you see, I had this guy who was for murder, yeah. But this guy was like 15 years and every day going to the gym. He was very strong, muscular, and he had a very lucid mind. So from his teen age, he was being conserved in the prison. So he was a very clean man now, and healthy and strong. And this guy told me that he saw his file because they were in the same prison before being here in this one where I met them. And he told me that he really saw his file and he committed a crime. He killed someone and he ate that person.
Like, he ate the entire body.
Not the entire, but
Yeah,
quite a lot
just
of
had
it,
a
and
taste.
he got caught.
What kind of wine pairings are we talking about here? Let's get down to brass tacks.
Yeah. So
Like, just because I ate meat in the past doesn't mean I can't become a vegan now. You know, you can taste it. Like, if you try out, like, heroin, doesn't mean you're now an addict or something like that. You
an
can
addict,
do
yeah,
something and not be that thing.
yeah.
Get this does kind of sound like vampirism because I've heard stories of people that drink blood that do get cravings for it and something to it like that. Did he talk about what it did for him in any way, like, or was it just a fetish, or his family? He was raised that way. Any of those kind of details?
No, no, no. I don't have. So yeah.
But when you said you've known cannibals before, you made it sound like there was more than one that you were familiar with. Is this kind of like just the one
Well,
story, or is
this
there
is
more?
the only one that I got to physically see and meet. I took cigarettes from my pack and I gave them in his hands, and I know that this person, everyone was saying that is that, and officially he was in prison for cannibalism, murder and cannibalism.
And he seemed like
Yeah,
like he fit the stereotype, just like totally evil
yeah,
in your opinion.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He is evil. Yeah,
Wow.
He's
he's
cold-blooded.
mentally deranged. This one is not like I don't see him superior.
Cold-blooded.
I mean, you have to lower your when you go out in society, there you can see that there are social blankets, and yeah, when you lower yourself to like these um bummers, homeless people and stuff, there are good ones among them, but quite a lot of these homeless, they are not good ones. You can find some very low life uh, people,
Right.
Are you
and
When
saying
you
there's
said
good cannibals?
they live among us, like, what are the legends you've heard,
yeah,
like, that they live among us and they're people that are eating people? Like, is it just homeless people that happen to like get into cannibalism, or is this like a tribe of people that we're not familiar with, or what?
well, uh, how do I say? I'm not sure. There is.
Did he
let's
have a
see.
different smell about him? Like what's happening with this person?
Well, he was a poor person. Like he was very neglected, like his appearance and stuff. So yeah.
I know the type.
And yeah, because of that status he got, he was allowed to um, like not take a shower every day, or
Oh, goody.
yeah.
I
You
cannot
mean if he's
shower every day.
crazy,
And
the
you
more
see,
crazy you
when
are, the
you
less
are,
showers you need?
you see, no, but you see, when you live in a room, in one room with 40, 60 people together, you know, uh, you have to shower every day,
Yeah.
You have 2 hours in the evening when you have warm water running, and everyone has 5 minutes to shower himself, quick, you know. Yeah.
But they
So,
let him not shower because like
yeah,
people were
yeah,
scared to be in the shower with
yeah,
him, or what?
yeah. And
He didn't have a roommate, you
they,
mean? I mean, he got his own cell, right?
no, he had his own bed. Like,
Oh, yeah,
we
with his
had
own room.
a
Like,
three-stage
great, I'm
bed,
bunking with the fucking cannibal. No, please don't do this. Sleeping with one eye open all night.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. Nobody roomed with
But
him, right?
he had like at night. Some of these inmates were saying that he comes at night and he literally bites you in your sleep. You know.
Oh, people
And
said that about him?
yeah, 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 and
He was biting people. That's fucking
yeah,
creepy.
and most likely he was biting people who pissed him off. Like who had something with him. So yeah, who had to
No
deal
wonder he got
some.
whatever he wanted.
Yeah, yeah. And the human bite is very infectious. Um, like it's safer to be bitten by a dog or a cat than a human. you know.
Well, because we
See,
got these fucking.
that's another reason why he's not an actual cannibal. Because if he was biting them, he would actually like bite it clean. Like normally we don't bite that deep, especially if we're biting ourselves or something like that, just because we don't want
Mm.
to like break the flesh and actually clean. Go straight to the bone and take all the
Is
meat.
that right?
Like that.
You
But if he's
so
a
you
cannibal,
take bites of people
he
before
will.
and you know
How
all
many
about it.
cannibals have you known, Percent?
That's what I'm
Well,
saying. Like,
I
if a
don't know,
cannibal,
but
if the goal is to eat the flesh, they're gonna bite it clean to the bone.
Yeah, if I'm gonna eat people, this is how.
Like, how do you bite the meat off your chicken?
Yeah,
Come on.
tell us all about it.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait, this is the last time we talked about this, Get Beget. You also were talking about something that I had heard, and you kind of confirmed it. And I forget what it was exactly. That the thing is in the brain that it can extract that has to do with immortality. That you said somebody, some star had like a certain, like paid a certain amount for. What was it called?
um, not immortality, but I did read
Longer life. Longer life. Yeah.
some literature. Yeah, it could extend your life, and this I saw when I was reading about alpha phytoproteins. This was a illegal substance, protein, which was commercialized from the USSR through Romania, and they extract this protein from um,
The fetus.
human aborted children, and it was a
Like a
fashion in
stem
the
cell type
90s,
thing.
like yeah, something like that. But in the 90s, there was a fashion like many rich US celebrities were buying this product, and one of those pills, when you take it, uh, they guarantee you that it will extend your life with 10, 20, 30 years of life.
Sounds like a lot of baloney to me.
Yeah. Well, that's what they say, but
Sounds like a triple-decker bologna
they
sandwich to me.
they do
I bet
have
there's something to it.
confirmed scientific research about them that it will help your metabolism to heal and from certain diseases, and actually to keep mm, to maintain yourself younger for a longer period of time.
Yes, there's manna out there.
Yeah.
I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
Do you think this is that's funny, Mana? Mana is actually being a man, maybe.
Ooh.
No, but like there's some conflation about this, right? Because we were looking it up, and you were saying that they were what they sell it as now, or what people think it is, isn't what you read, because they're trying to hide it or disguise it or something, right? Anyway, that could be what the adrenochrome could be, like the thing that we're told, but then the actual thing they're getting is this alpha fetoprotein that somehow does extend life.
It was probably the same kind of thing, but
yeah, well, don't give me any of that shit.
I think it was more powerful because it was from baby embryos,
The world can't handle me being much more awesome.
Who was the woman? It was a woman star. Was it Cher or somebody that you were saying had bought this?
Cher is a guy. That's
actually, my dad was saying
Chet.
that
We'll call
when
it Chet.
he told me, you see, my dad trafficked this substance. He said he had a vial with this substance, keeping it in the fridge, and also like 6 capsules of enriched uranium. And,
wow,
delicious.
Did he ever take the pill?
Huh?
Did he ever take any?
No.
Even though he knew it could extend his life by 20 to 30 years?
One pill for 20 to 30 years. I don't buy it. I'm not buying it.
My dad was like intermediary hand in this business, and he was actually searching for a buyer, because this stuff was being sold for like millions of dollars,
Wow. How did he
they
get a
say
hold of
that,
it, if you don't mind me asking?
yeah. And you see, the quantity they sell this alpha fetoprotein is like one dose is like the sharpened tip of a needle, yeah. And you touch that tip of the needle, you touch this substance with it, and that amount of alpha fetoprotein you will have on that needle is actually the dose, one dose. So it's being sold in very, very small quantities.
Well, how hard
it's
is it to
very
get from the fetus?
valuable.
Like, is it just a certain part of the fetus you can get it from, or can you get it from like a full-grown human too, or?
No, it's only a fetus.
Man, I don't know how they extract it. I haven't.
What happened to it? Did he end up selling it? You said there was somebody that was famous that was going to buy it or something, maybe, right?
Well, my dad actually, I'm pretty sure he gave it back to that person because he didn't found a buyer. If he found a buyer, then he would have had quite a lot of money, But yeah,
it's dangerous.
And it was
to try
very
to sell.
hard in the communism times to traffic these things, to get in contact with American buyers, Yeah.
Can you imagine dropping that down the old sink?
Hannah? Was it Daryl Hannah you said bought some, or somebody like that?
Daryl Hannah? That's a man too, by the way. Earth guys are easy. Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure about that, bro. I'm not really. I think that
I know.
women are
I'm just
born
fucking
with
around.
weird bodies sometimes.
Yeah. No, I love
Yeah.
to make fun of conspiracy theories now. It's
Don't
my
take my
favorite thing.
Daryl away. Please don't take my Daryl away.
Well, Daryl is certainly not a woman's name, but we'll let her have
You're
it.
right. You're right. Stop.
No worries.
I'm just kidding.
This protein was made in Russia. That's where they produce it.
Of course.
I think they have some kind of juice that they can live longer with for sure. I don't know what if it's this thing or something
Me
else,
too.
but yeah, there has to be some people living longer.
Do you
These
know?
500-year plans would make a lot more sense.
Do you know how Russians stay alive so long?
That's not too bad actually.
Vodka.
My life
Alpha
elixir is Red Bull.
Red Bull vodka. Yeah.
My magic life elixir is Red Bull. Only. Yeah.
You like that? Yeah, it has has bull urine in it, right? Isn't that the whole thing?
It's the best. It's the best poison money can buy.
Hey, I
like
agree with
Rockstar
that.
better.
When I was learning how to play the drums, I was in a pop punk band. It was a punk rock band, and trying to be like all the fast drummers and such. And I would sometimes throughout the whole day, I would have a case. I would just order these cases of Red Bull, and I would have maybe sometimes a case in a day. Not every day, right? But definitely on rehearsal days. So I get it, man. That stuff is something about it. Yeah, it's set apart a little bit from all the others.
Rockstar way better. Rockstar's way better. I don't know just the taste and everything's way better.
Well,
maybe because we are both from same area.
They drink a lot of Rockstar in Germany too, but it's much cheaper than Red Bull.
And it's twice as big a can.
But
yeah,
it does not give you kick in ass like a bull.
I drink about 2 liters of Red Bull a day, so
this is
quite
unhealthy.
a lot.
That's not good at all.
You should switch to vodka.
6, 7, 8 cans a day.
Why do you drink
Incredible.
so much?
Well, if Red Bull's cheaper, why don't you do that instead? Have you ever tried it?
Vodka.
You ever tried Red Bull? I mean, Rockstar. If Rockstar is cheaper, just go with that.
I will try Rockstar. I don't know its taste. Yeah, I saw it to my work colleagues.
But smoother.
Mm-hmm.
So Jet be Jet, is this why you speak so fast all the time?
Yeah, my words have wings.
That was good. Got him.
Yeah, without the Red Bull, man, we would hardly be able to keep up with you.
I think it's what chills him out, honestly.
Must be.
See, we adrenaline junkies, we get more relaxed and more kind of cool stuff when, you know, shit's always going a million miles an hour inside anyway. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about right now. Very tired.
After I eat lately, I feel very sleepy. You know, I like to go to sleep, but if I take a Red Bull, yeah, sleep is off. You know.
So like every 2-3 hours tops, you chug one.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, you know, if we had
safer than crack.
Yeah, it's true. If we had the ability to just, you know, spike our adrenaline gland anytime we wanted to, that'd be a different story.
Are you ADHD? Get glatphobe? Flo, you seem like a little hyperactive.
Yeah, they tried to diagnose me with all the made up shit in the books. Yeah. ADHD, hyperactivity disorder. Are you fucking kidding me? I was a child. Get out of here, man. Your body's developing, your mind's developing, your hormones are just starting up. You can go fuck yourself with this hyperactivity disorder nonsense. All of
No, he's saying
us,
you kind
all
of
the
sound.
kids. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I think he was saying that you kind of sound like you have ADHD now.
And you didn't hear the disdain that I just had in my voice for having been quote-unquote diagnosed as a child. You want me to all of a sudden say, yeah, you know what? Now I'm the made-up thing that doesn't exist. You bet. Absolutely. Just to sell drugs, it was made up.
No, because it's
But yeah,
understandable
I've got
for
it.
children. But I think he's saying you as an adult.
No, I don't
that's-
believe that
if I
it
understood
exists.
correctly what
So then the
gentleman was
answer is
saying.
no.
Then how did I
Yeah, so
recognize it?
that's something like when they saw that your gears are turning like in a clockwork
Hey man, you
mechanism,
can know all the parts of a car,
they
but
were
that doesn't
like,
mean you know how they work.
hey, they were like, hey, we need to remove this gear tooth here and there because your gears are turning, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
No, I agree with you about the kid's diagnosis and stuff. It's bad, but at the
yeah.
same time, it does seem to be something chemically to that diagnosis. Like you were saying with hyperactive people, calm down with the caffeine. Like it does the opposite, kind of like Adderall does for hyperactive kids, and if a regular person takes it, they get more hyper. So there is some kind of chemical balance type thing going on there. I don't know why or what the diagnosis is based on, but it does seem like there are people I've known that react differently to the stimulants.
Yeah, I agree. I just wouldn't call it a disorder. That's all. It lumps people into
Yeah,
categories.
right. I agree with
Here's
that
what it
too.
does. It kind of ruins lives before they get started, to be honest, because I was put through it. So, and now I'm a counselor. So, yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, I think we could all agree on that.
It doesn't happen for everybody. And there are some people, of course, children and adults that need help in that area. I mean, if you want to call it ADHD, go right ahead, because you got to slap a name on something. I'm super hyperactive, doing something crazy, and I'm always trying to distract it from itself. So, but I've been that way since I was born. There's nothing that I can do about it but embrace it at this point.
Yeah,
And
and it probably would have worked for you if you. Well, I don't know if you went on the drugs or whatever, but yeah,
I was on the drugs.
It's like, yeah, the teachers can't keep up with the kids, so they slow the kids down. So that,
well, here's what was good about the drugs with me. I got lucky. My psyche and body rejected all of them. All of them. I couldn't take anything that was going to affect me psychoactively, and I got actually addicted to Adderall for a long time. So, yeah. Fuck all that shit.
Does Michael Jackson have a song about that drug?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure if you really want to dig deep, he does.
Adderall, yeah.
Yeah.
he could be still
Metallica
writing
does.
it, actually.
Right.
Metallica, Master of Puppets.
Master of Puppets. And I think Metallica is supposed to be one of those bands that a generation had that was like everybody thought they had the truth and the righteous way to things to get angry about and things to focus on. I don't know. And Justice for All did it for me, for Metallica though. And ever since it's just been they've been writing records to write records, and Justice for All was in my opinion, the best.
Metallica. Yeah, yesterday I got scammed by Elon Musk. Fuck him.
What?
How so?
Yeah,
Did
yes.
you buy some coins or something?
Yeah, I was trying to add like 20 euros in a game, and PayPal didn't accept my card somehow, but I sent a invoice from my PayPal, to my email, and then I paid that invoice, and now the money went to the PayPal, but now PayPal is holding this money to verify me if I sent the product or provided the virtual service. Yeah, so the money is on pending. It's a pending transaction. But it's my own damn card I used to pay for something I sold to myself.
Okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, is what that is.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
They have to verify the funds to make sure it's not counterfeit or fraud.
The funds have been taken away from my card. Yeah, they went to the PayPal account now, and they are on hold in my PayPal account.
Hmm. But PayPal didn't take
Yeah.
the funds and give it to PayPal.
And guess
It
what?
came from a
Guess
different
what?
source.
Guess what? I made the invoice for 25 euros. Yeah. I paid the bill with my card. Yeah, I paid that invoice. I paid with my card. They took 25 euros from my card, but in the PayPal, I see a transaction uh, of 23.80 cents euros.
Hmm.
So they already took €1.20 like
You need to check your PayPal
taxes.
settings. Yeah, you need to check your PayPal settings. Because sometimes PayPal has this like auto convert in terms of the currency. It'll automatically convert it to a different currency as opposed to charging it in the currency that it's charged in. And so you need to check
Well,
your settings to make
the
sure it's
Sounds
PayPal
like
is
that
in euros.
PayPal
The
board of
PayPal
directors is about to
when
get
I
paid a
sent
little visit.
when
You
I
feel me?
when I sent the invoice from my PayPal account, I sent it in euros.
Yeah, I
I
understand
I
that, but
asked
PayPal might take it in
myself to
euros.
pay. I asked myself to pay 25 euros,
I'm with you,
and I
but
use my card, which has euros on it, yeah, to pay 25 euros.
absolutely. But PayPal might
Yeah.
take that and convert it to like crones or whatever other currency as a default, and then reconvert it back to euros again because
Well,
of this
they
dumb
will have
setting.
shown me that, yeah, but they didn't. My PayPal account is made for euros.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I selected my PayPal account currency, euros, not dollars, not crowns or whatever. They take fees, transaction fees.
Oh, you sold it to yourself, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it then. If you didn't send it
yeah.
as like, friends or family, then yeah.
Well, I couldn't use that system because for whatever reason, they don't accept my card, to add
Can't they shut
money.
you down for selling items to yourself? Selling things to yourself?
Shut me down? Why would they do that?
Because as far as I know, it's like a rule that you're not supposed to be sending like, selling yourself things.
Yeah, I mean,
For
but
like technically it's like money laundering and
they
stuff,
did this. They did this, This is
Saying
what their system
just be
is
careful,
doing
don't do it
with
too
me.
much.
That was the only option I had. Like, okay, send an invoice to my email, other email address that I have, because I'm a human being. I can have as many email addresses as I want, yeah. So I send the invoice to this email, then I paid it with my card, and to pay, they accept my card to make the payment for that invoice. But uh, in my PayPal account, they don't accept to add money to my PayPal account from my card or from the bank account. It's so stupid. Yeah.
So
And I
Musk
don't understand
owns
why
PayPal.
are they I don't understand why are they allowed to provide these electronic services, yeah, of money transferring when like these services should be available only from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. or whatever. Their customer service work schedule. You know, so because yeah, I'm sending money and uh, things like this. They don't accept my card or whatever their automated system, and yeah, I have to speak in person with someone dealing with this service. Yeah, either make the transaction work, either send me my money back, like right now. Because when you hold my money uh, like that, um, I'm losing time. I could use different services, yeah, or I have to buy stuff, and yeah. But this is a problem which, yeah, no man in the world seems to be bothered with. Not even the governments. So they allow this abuse, you know, to rob you. It's cheating and stealing. Yeah, what if in 2 days' times I forget about this transaction and then maybe I don't remember for a whole year or 10 years. They will have those money in their corporation account, yeah, for them to use those money how they like. Because those 25 euros, they are just a virtual number in a computer, but the actual cash money, they can use it however they like, and they just allow access from my account when I try to take those 25 euro electronic impulse. Yeah, it gets automated access to their big account where the money are, and it gets sent. But if you're the IRS and you go and close down the account, the corporation account, straight away and you check all the PayPal accounts of all the people, you will find that millions of dollars are being in a pending transactions, and not like 3 5 days ago, but for years are on hold. And there's no way to resolve those issues with those people who lost those money.
What's going on? I'm watching the new James Bond. No Time to Die.